When you hear the phrase black market, nefarious dealings and items come to mind, probably illegal drugs, weapons, contraband, and chickens.
Wait, chickens?
I said chickens. I don't know.
Chickens.
I don't know why they don't. Apparently, our next guest says that during World War II, the chicken black market was a real thing here on Delmarva.
And of course, who could that guest possibly be besides Secrets of the Eastern Shore author Jim Duffy? Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to hear this one. So chickens,
Really?
what's going on?
All right. So there's a war on,
Okay.
World War II. There's a huge demand for food because the military has to feed all of our soldiers.
Right.
And there's still civilian demand and shipbuilders and everything else going on.
Okay.
So prices go through the roof. This, at first, is very good news for our poultry growers. But then the federal government steps in. The Office of Price Administration decides to put a cap on chicken prices. You can only sell chickens for X amount. And they kind of screwed it up because they set the chicken price too low. They set the corn prices too high.
Oh, no.
Corn is what they feed to the chickens.
Right.
So the poultry growers go from good news to really bad news. Now they are losing money. And there's all this paperwork and other stuff that you got to fill out to get to the government regulations.
So what did they do?
They got creative about it. So this is how it would be. A civilian buyer who wanted poultry from a grower would show up at a farm, and they would fill out all the paperwork, and they would do it at the correct price that was set by the government.
Yeah.
And then they would have a conversation. The conversation would go like this. Lisa, I've got this little limbo pole here, and I'm going to put it 6 inches off the ground. And I don't think that you can jump over that pole. And if you can, I'll give you $600. Jimmy, would you happen to have a rusty shovel in your barn or in your garage? 'Cause
I just happen to have
I
one.
really need a rusty dented shovel, and I will give you $600 for him. The historian William Williams went through a bunch of these examples. Another one was an old mongrel dog. They bought it from a poultry grower for $1,000, and then they pulled out of the driveway and they let the dog go free.
Oh my goodness. So did the government catch on?
Yeah.
The government did catch on, and it got so bad, so then they made it illegal for them to sell in the civilian market unless the military was done buying. So they couldn't, basically, they could only sell whatever leftovers there were, if there were leftovers, but they were still trying to get around it, and it all got so bad that the military set up roadblocks on DuPont Highway near Dover, and they arrested truck drivers, they arrested some poultry growers. Finally, things settled down when they changed the prices. They reached an agreement with the poultry growers to bring the price of corn up and the price of corn
cheese
down,
and
chicken
corn
up, whichever
Yeah,
it was,
right.
so that they could actually make a little money doing their career.
So do we have any idea
my
how much
goodness.
poultry growers ended up making through this black market?
We only have a hint from that same historian, William Williams. He quotes a telephone repairman who worked in Selbyville, Dagsboro area. And he recalls going into these houses to repair telephone lines, which entailed going up to the attic. And he would go up to the attic, and the owner of the house would come up with him. And the owner of the house would have a gun with him. And when he got up to the attic, the telephone repairman understood because there would be bushel baskets full of cash up in the attic.
Oh my God.
So, if anybody out there has an attic, they haven't gone through things, grandparents, parents, whatever, maybe tonight's a good time to go up and see what's in those old boxes.
It could be some cash.
Oh my goodness.
That's a great story. As always, Secrets
Another
of
Jim
Eastern-
Duffy.
Yeah, sure. Author Jim Duffy, thank you for being with us this Throwback Thursday.
Whew.